What's up, guys? Matthew Aikido here. For those who don't know, Aikido is kanji for flow of harmony. That's what I'm inspiring in this video, by the way. But anyway, let's get right into it. How to manifest. Okay, this is actually inspired by one of my friends that reached out to me and asked me for tips on how to manifest. She said, do we send the message to the universe and keep on it? Or do we just send it once and let it go? Very good question. A little bit of both. Now, I always heard the saying and live by the saying, what we focus on grows. Energy flows where our attention goes. So I think that the more we focus on something, the faster we can manifest it. But I also believe that we should not question it if it's coming or not. For example, if we order something on Amazon through a catalog, do we wonder or ponder if it's going to come or not? By the system, we know that if we put in the order, their job is to deliver it to us. Now, by universal law, the same goes for manifestation. When we want to manifest something, what do? We can visualize, we can pray and talk about it, but the main fuel and key to it is feeling. If we feel something as if we have it, the universe will bring that into our lives. We'll magnetize it. The thing is, with manifesting, we must know what we want and pretty much why we want it, because that could be the fuel to help bring it even further. Let me give you an example of one of my experiences. One time I manifested things, everything from getting Chinese food to singing on stage. And I'll tell you how. One time I was, on my way home, and I was so hungry, and I was really in the mood for some Chinese food. And I visualized it, I saw it, I smelled it, I tasted it. And I get home, and my roommate at the time had actually ordered Chinese food and said, hey, there's leftovers in the fridge, help yourself. It just so happened to be, it was exactly what I visualized. As far as the whole singing on stage, I really was into the visualization. I saw me on stage, I visualized it, I felt it, I had the song that I wanted to sing. And 3 months later, I get a call back from a modeling competition. And in the modeling competition was a performance to be on stage. And I ended up singing that exact song that I visualized. Now, question, did I ponder on it after I sent that message out to the universe? No. I never touched that thought again. I visualized it, I felt it, I strongly felt like I was there, and then I let it go. Same thing with the Amazon catalog. When we send our order out, we know it's going to come. And by law, if we send it out to the universe, it will come. I've practiced countless amounts of times, and I've always manifested what I wanted or needed. It may not have come the exact time I wanted it, which I'm aware of that now. That's why they say to start with something small, like a cup of coffee, some food, because it builds your belief that this whole thing, this whole system of the universe actually does work, and it's law of attraction. She asked for tips. One tip is keeping our energy high. How do we keep our energy high? Simple. Self-love. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. That'll shoot your energy up and probably manifest it even quicker. If we really want something, we have to believe that we can even achieve it. Otherwise, we're contradicting. We can't place an order and think in the back of our minds it's not going to come, because by law, that's exactly what will manifest. So what are some more tips on how to manifest things we want, need, desire, dream of? Putting it out there. Focusing on it. There's a difference between focusing on what we want and questioning if it's going to come. If we question if it's going to come, most likely it's not. The thing is with manifesting is it's limitless in power. We're co-creators. Everything that was created was manifested first by seeing it and, wanting it. The Wright brothers, who made the first ever plane, if they didn't see it in their mind first and send that message out to the universe like, hey, we want flight. We want to be able to travel through the skies like these birds. And, by nature, we don't have wings. So it manifested in a way that made it possible. You see, that's one example of many. We can't think of the way it'll come because there's limitless. If I wanted a cup of coffee, it can come in, my spouse coming home and bringing home a cup of coffee, or me going to work and, a coworker randomly handing me a cup of coffee. Or maybe I go to Starbucks and win a free cup of coffee. I don't know. It can come in any amount of ways, so there's no point in trying to guess how it's going to come. All we have to do is think about the end result. If we think about the end result and feel it like we already have it, by law, it'll attract. We're magnets. So why not attract what we want? These are things that we can achieve. This power, this gift, this magnet is inside of you. But if we put that wall up, that conscious wall, like even a little bit of doubt, it won't come as fast. The universe hears you. It'll come, but not as fast. A cup of coffee is much more believable than singing on stage for most people. But by practice, I've practiced manifesting from everything from small, medium, and large, and I've always gotten it. Now I admit, I used to not be able to believe that like such large things were possible to get, and it was so out of my reach, but that right there is the very thing that's stopping it. So how do we dissolve that blockage? Simple. Practice with stuff small. Practice visualizing. Really tune into the way you feel towards that manifestation that you want. Use your feelings as fuel. Okay, like I like to game. If I wanted a new game system, and I thought like, oh, I don't have the money for it, how am I going to get it? Instead of just sending it out to the universe like, hey, I want this game, it can come in a million different ways. It'll set in motion the route to get to what you want. In fact, it'll bring it to you. But all you have to do is just send it out. And then just have the sheer knowing that it's going to come back. Like a delivery. Because that's exactly and precisely what it is. Another tip for manifesting. What is another tip for manifesting? Another tip for manifesting is to practice belief. Practice self-worth. Remind yourself you're worthy of these things. There's people that manifest like water, like naturally just comes through because they practice. And they build up the belief like, hey, I manifested all these little things. Why wouldn't I be able to manifest this big thing? To the universe, everything is small. A little dot, a little tiny dot. Whether it's a new car or that cup of coffee, it's still a dot to the universe. It may seem bigger to us, but to the universe, it's all the same. But if we're sending out signals that it's unobtainable or, nearly impossible to get, then that's exactly what it's going to give us. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but that's where practice comes in. If we sign up for the gym because we want a better body and to, get a better well-being for our physical, if we go every day, we'll progress. But if we don't, we're going to stay the same. Or if not, lose that muscle or motivation. Same thing with manifesting. The more we practice, the stronger it gets. Imagine your belief is going to the gym. So these manifestations are real. They are obtainable. But just pinpoint the reason on why do you want it. That could be your fuel. Give it reason. And then really feel it. Ask for it. Ask and thou shalt receive. So thank you for watching this video. I'm hoping that all of you get out there and start practicing, because I want to see everybody manifest things like I do, if not more. I want people to do their best of manifesting. Be your best version. It's considered self-love to, pay attention and fuel those needs and wants that we have, because they're real. It's respecting what we want and need. And that's self-love. So go manifest what you want. Be selfish. Because sometimes it's needed. Have a blessed day. Go out there. Get all fired up. Be authentic. Stay true to yourself. Because you're a dime. You're all gems. And we're all magnets. And by universal law, we can attract whatever we want. Just practice with something small. Build up that belief and faith. And when you start to see it, it'll grow. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Paz y amor means peace and love in Espanol. My Colombian old roommate told me that. Well, have a great day.